Peace and bliss, YouTube. My name is Tanya. Welcome to my channel, Reclaiming Our Roots. And this is my first video. To give you a little background of who I am and what I do. I am a full-time mom, homesteader, wife, business owner, and now vlogger. I started this channel to give you all an insight into my world and to tell my story. I figured someone in the world could benefit from this information. The little that I do know about specifically gardening, organic gardening, growing in small spaces such as a balcony, which is where most of my videos would take place, because this is what this is going to be about. Reclaiming our roots, returning to the days of old and doing things the way our ancestors did it, by using the old ways, whether it be growing your own food, educating your children, taking charge of your home and what you consume, being more self-sufficient and more self-reliant. We're living in turbulent times with the coronavirus going on. And I think that was a wake-up call for a lot of people to see that you can't rely on the government. You can't rely on anyone outside of yourself to provide the essential needs that your family needs. So, and growing your own food is one of the first starts. If you had a large piece of land, that would be even better to do a homesteading, but that's down the road. For now, I just wanted to press record. I am a little nervous, but I just want to kind of introduce my space to you all and what I'll be doing this year on the balcony, and you all just travel along with me in that journey as I learn gardening. I started gardening in 2013, on and off. Again, I started on the balcony with a few pots, like the few pots that you see here, and just having a little consistency and determination, and I just kept plugging away at it. A lot of personal things happened in my life, whereas I couldn't be as consistent with it, but I've always had the urge to want to do for myself. My grandmother, she used to grow her own food. She would grow tomatoes and hot peppers, jalapeno peppers along her driveway. And as a kid, I was inspired by that, not knowing later on in my adult life that would be a skill that it's vital that I need to learn. So what you can expect on this channel is me sharing all things natural, organic, doing for self, being self-reliant, excuse me, self-sufficient, to be able to do things on your own. And I'm going to start with this garden space on a balcony. I'm going to step out and just kind of give you all an overview of as it looks now before I begin planting my seeds for the upcoming gardening season, so that you all can see the space that I'm working in. And if you have a smaller space than this, just start somewhere. Just get a pot, soil, and a seed, and you need sunshine and water and a little consistency. You can harvest an abundance for you and your family. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to my balcony space that I will be working in this year for our spring summer garden. So to the balcony. As you can see, this is a balcony. Oops. This is my grandmother's chair. Must have. It's where I sit and pass time when I sit outside and talk to my plants, because yes, I do talk to my plants. So yeah, this is how it looks right now. As you can see, there's some residue from last year's garden. This is an old cherry tomato plant that was very prolific. I will be growing more tomatoes this year, several different varieties, and I'll share with you all the varieties and what I'm growing and the products and resources that I use. And I am always open for suggestions and tips to learn from you all what you're doing in your space and what you're growing. So I purchased this last year. It's a little greenhouse. This year I plan on just saturating this area with a lot of herbal plants, a lot of herbs, and use the smaller buckets for those. And I have two little seats here and a table. I was out here yesterday, but in a future video you'll see what I was doing out here. But today is my first video. I just wanted to give you all a glimpse and introduce myself to YouTube. And who I am and what you can expect from reclaiming our roots. So, but I want to say this, I am not an expert at gardening by any means. I have learned along the way. I have made a lot of mistakes and scheduled to make many more. But I'll just share with you the little that I know. I am always open for tips and tricks of how I can yield a bountiful harvest on some of the things that I may be doing wrong or things that I can improve on. I am like a chalkboard, a sponge, I should say, that is open to receiving and absorbing knowledge. And this here is our backyard. Yep. Yeah, so you will see more planters and things like that. So I'm going to take you all along on my journey as I transform this space into a plant food forest. But thank you for stopping by my channel, Reclaiming Our Roots, and I look forward to growing with you and sharing my bountiful harvest in a small space on my balcony. Please leave any questions or comments that you may have in the comment section, and I look forward to reading them, connecting with you, learning and growing with you. Until the next video, peace and bliss.